I think one of the best ways that we can show compassion and to put into action, literally compassion, is by being a place of grace. Are we that church? Are we that church, Tim? Because I just asked, are we that place of grace? And I only got one amen. And that was pretty discouraging. But I want to be that church, don't you? Don't you? You know, I knew this was going to happen. I hope you're not this quiet when I'm on the screen, but when I say let's be a place of grace, you know what I thought was going to happen? One person was going to say amen, and maybe people are excited about it, maybe not, but I think a lot of times church people, at least this is from a pastor's point of view, what they say, and Andy, you can go up there. I'm almost done. I'm not going to go back. I think they sit back and they say, yeah, that sounds good. You go ahead and make that a place of grace. You know, don't cuss on the pulpit. You know, that's bad. Be nice to people, Pastor. You meet all of our needs, and you make my friend feel welcome when I visit. And Pastor Andy, can you sing a couple songs about grace? That would be real nice, too, if you could just sing some songs about grace. And, hey, Donna, could you make some more French toast sticks? That would really show some grace to our neighbors when I bring them. And Eber, could you like make my kids feel welcome? That would be fine. And Mark, could you make sure that the other campuses have some video? Because that would be very gracious, which last week didn't happen for you guys, unfortunately. Sorry about that. You know, we're all about grace when other people are giving it, right? We're all about grace when a select few individuals can show it. But are we going to be that church? Are you going to be that church? Are you going to be that person who, when someone walks in and they look like they just came off the street and they're addicted to drugs and maybe they've come in with some serious problems, are you going to be that person where you go over to them and welcome them and greet them? You know, a few months ago at our Wellsville campus, someone came to our church and they were only going to stay at our church. They had already predetermined this, if 10 people are actually going to come up to them and say hi. They told me that a little while ago when I had lunch with them. And you know what? Our church passed. Because we are that place. We're the place of grace. When you come in here, no matter what baggage you come in here with, you're welcome. And we're going to love you to the point where we don't want you to stay the way you came in. God's going to change you from the inside out. Aren't you grateful for that, Tim? I think of Tim, and I think of a lot of people that came to this church who were not affiliated with the church. We're not sheep stealers. We're people who want to go into the community and actually love on people and people who had never been to church before and show them grace and show them kindness and not just say, I feel bad for your situation, but I'm going to be the place of grace where you can experience Jesus. And if you'd love to come to my church, you're going to experience a bunch of people, not just a few people that are going to show you grace, but a bunch of people. And I'm just thankful that we're a place of grace. Aren't you? I'm thankful that it's not just Eber, it's not just Mark, it's not just Donna, although I'm very appreciative of Donna's French toast sticks. And it's not just Andy when he sings grace songs, it's going to be us. This church, 4 years ago, literally had one person in it. It died. And some of you don't even know that because you're brand new to this church. This church was Grace Alliance Church. Grace Alliance Church. And somehow, some way, they lost their way. People stopped coming. They stopped putting the main thing, and the church closed its doors. And it wasn't until a group of people in Wellsville, less than 200 people at a church in Wellsville that cared enough to do something about it, that changed things here. You guys are here because our church is a place of grace. And so, let me do this again. One of the best ways to put compassion into action is by inviting people to a place of grace. Amen? Amen. There we go. Let's all stand and worship.